complaints from some citizens in the county, and I guess I would like to see it referred to planning, the Board of Adjustment.
Are these the ones we're being sued over?
Well, it ain't in litigation yet.
Are these the 5 complaints? Yeah. They're-
I would like to see it put to the Board of Adjustment and let them handle it,
That is,
and
You
in
want it on
January,
the agenda?
that'd be for the January meeting.
If we're in litigation over, we don't want.
those aren't in litigation, but there is the process, it is going through the process. Krista has, in the process of answering through legal counsel, and then she presents to the Board of Adjustment. You as the commissioners have advocated or given your authority to the Board of Adjustment. So they are in the process of handling that.
Well, who is handling it?
First of all, it has to go to Krista.
Yeah.
She makes the determination, and then she sends a letter, or sends a letter out to the people that filed the complaint. If they are not happy with her decision, then they have a public hearing, and I believe there's a public hearing scheduled in your next meeting. When's your next meeting?
16th.
Well, these complaints were filed in October and they have not received an answer on them yet.
The first one went out.
The first one did, but
Yes.
there's
And
5
those
here
other,
that,
she's been under legal counsel, I think those are going out, as far as I know.
Mr. Chairman, we need to get it on the agenda if we're gonna discuss it. So if it's on the agenda, then we shouldn't really discuss it.
So, put it under new business, or,
All right, we'll put it under new business. Anything else for the agenda?
Make a motion to approve it.
With the addition.
All right, is there a second for that?
second.
All in favor of that, say aye.
Aye.
All right, our agenda is approved. We have 10 minutes for public comment. Is there anyone who wishes to address the board? Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
well,
Well, I'm really getting frustrated with this. In October, my attorney filed to be on the agenda, on request to be on there. And that meeting got canceled, and we filed early enough to be on there. And I really don't know why that got canceled and who did that. Because we were supposed to be on that agenda.
are you talking planning and zoning now, Al?
On what?
Are you talking planning and zoning?
Yeah,
Board
that's
of
not to
Adjustment.
do here. I can't talk about that here, or what?
Board of Adjustment meeting.
Huh?
Board of Adjustment,
Oh, Board of Adjustment, okay.
in the November meeting.
'Cause I'm not gonna, well, none of us are gonna be able to answer.
Oh, all right.
Answer, we can, the Board of Adjustment meeting was canceled for November because there wasn't anything on the agenda. I don't know about your letter to the,
Yeah.
from your attorney. I can't answer
It
that.
was done in timely fashion too. We fully expected to be on there, and I'm really curious of who canceled that. In September, I think, they were building these wind turbines, started construction, and I talked to Amber and I said, I don't see any building permits out there. And she complained up in Cottington County, and they went out and talked to them, and they got fined for that. There still isn't any in Grant County. Don't they have to have building permits displayed on each site? There's nothing out there. And there's supposed to be a 1.7 turbine across from Jake Peterson's. And he's got a boy that has pressure in his head that there's fluid that has to be drained from there. We're concerned about him with the infrasound because people complain about the pressure in their head when they get that. Tim Nowak, I went to his land and he's talked to me about it. He said, how you doing? He said, we got this autistic kid and Dawn has looked into it and we got 5 turbines around us. He says, we're just really worried about that. And I said, well, I'm doing what I can. And then Mike Mulholland in Troy does too, but I can't speak to him, I guess. But I'm just concerned about that kind of stuff. why now they're not putting a 1.7. It was in their application they're going to, but now they're putting a 2.3. Now, can they just change that when they want to? Or does it have to go through a board or something to do this? That's one of my concerns. And when we went out to the PUC, they didn't have all their ducks in a row for land, because I got a phone call from Cheryl Thompson. Said they got us down as participators and we're not. So we brought that up out there. And they questioned them, and Chris Nelson says, you know, this is getting to be so murky, and I don't like murky. He said, you guys got 24 hours to get that straightened out. And it was left like that. And on one of these last, was it the last PUC meeting or the one before, at the end of it, Chris Nelson says to the wind people, you guys, let's see, how you treat those people is really offensive. I just think my rights are getting walked all over here. That's one of my complaints. Oh man, I get so disgusted with this stuff that, I mean, when we were out there, they were talking about the noise and everything, and being an intervener, so I'm privy to some of this stuff, but now it's public record, and they said all this noise I was supposed to get from a turbine up closer to South Shore. And Chris Nelson says to him, Al Robish lives 20 miles away from that turbine. How can he be getting all that noise? And Jay Haley, under oath, said it's an accumulative noise from multiple ones. So that's what they're telling me. I don't know, I haven't lived with them yet. It's going to be miserable if that's true. I don't know if he lied about it, but he was under oath to tell us that stuff. So, I don't know, like, I'm trying to go through the whole process here of what my attorney says we have to do. And I finally just got frustrated. I talked to Bill Street, and he was so gracious to help me. He's helping me, and I asked Amber and Christy to help me because they're knowledgeable in this stuff. I'm just a dumb guy that doesn't know this stuff. I just know I don't want my property rights screwed up. I went through this stuff with FHA one time, and I was getting so frustrated with them. I went over the supervisor's head. I said, I want my records audited. I come out very favorable with my records being audited. Is there something going on here that I don't know about? Is there a way to audit what's going on? Because I'm just seeing things that just don't add up. How things can be changed and things without going through the process that I have to go through. So, I don't know if all this stuff that I'm talking about is not under litigation at all right now. Krista hasn't contacted me with the last complaints. She has contacted Christy, and Christy gives it to me, but she hasn't contacted her either, so I don't know why she isn't doing that. I'm really disappointed in the job I get from her, and when I come to Krista's office, Karen's office, or Raynell's office, I expect to be treated with respect and kindness, and Karen has really been gracious to me. Raynell has too. I've only speak to Krista a couple times, and I was kind of disappointed. I get treated like I'm a dumb guy, and I guarantee you I'm not. So, but I do want to protect my property rights, and I don't know. That's probably all I got to say today, but I'm going through the process is what I'm doing, and you guys have the process how we're supposed to go, and our appeal should have been last month. That's what we did. And I go to the Twin Brook Expression Show, and I've had, there's at least 10 people come, how are you doing with the wind stuff? Or we don't want them here. And I said, I don't know, they're probably going to be here, but we're trying to protect people as much as we can to keep them away or something. In the Stramber Cafe, I mean, every day I hear about this stuff. I said, come to one of these meetings and listen what they're doing. I said, you gotta speak up. And they're just so afraid to. Well, it won't do any good. It won't do any good. And I could bring 30 people in here if all I have to do is call them and stuff and talk, but I don't know if that's gonna do much good either. But I mean, I'm trying to do the process. I'm not mad at, I'm just frustrated. You know.
Excuse me, Al.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, being a new kid on the block, I need to ask, is this the place for Al to be venting his concerns, or should that be at planning and zoning?
I'll do that too.
Seems to me it should be a planning and zoning.
Well, I want you guys aware of what I'm doing.
You guys are Krista's direct supervisors, and we have had due process issues with her for years. And I bring that all the time. When the meeting was canceled last month, that was a due process issue. We should have had the appeal then. These are timely and important issues that need to be brought before the board. And if they don't know of them, they can't do anything. And the board is directed, they can't ask us questions. They can't find out answers. They're closing down the lines of communication. These complaints were filed October 16th. By the time they get to the Board of Adjustments, if Krista gives us a response because of the process. So we're asking, maybe you guys can circumvent a little bit and say, we sent an email. We said, give us an answer. Even if it's a denial,
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
She is not answering us, so we cannot do the process.
Yeah, I don't know where to go either.
It will be over 90 days since those last 5 complaints were filed. When we finally get to appeal it in January.
And I really want to thank Bill Street for helping me as much as he can, because I asked him to do this stuff when we went to Reedstrom. I asked him, and I asked Christy to join us, because she's more knowledgeable than me, but we could have brought more people in. His office is really little. He would have been mad if we brought all the people that I had lined up that want to come and support Bill, wouldn't have fit in there. And I don't like to act like I'm strong-arming anybody. I'm just frustrated. And if I'm going to get all that noise, like they said, what are the other people going to get? And you're going to have people in here screaming at you someday. And you're not going to get the tax money you thought when they knocked off all the stuff north of 20 and then going over to Minnesota. Minnesota's going to get that money. So, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you for coming in and expressing your opinion there.
Much appreciated.
Erwin, it's your turn.
You wanna come up to the table here?